We continue to honor the legacy of television titan Norman Lear. Joining us now is a woman who had the honor of working closely with Lear, showrunner and director Gloria Calderon Kellett. Gloria, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Just tell us what it was like to not only work with and meet him, but to truly know Norman Lear.
Oh, gosh. I'll try to do this without crying. And, you know, I think it speaks to 101 years wasn't long enough, you know? Like, Norman was just a curious, wonderful, genuine human who wanted so much to build bridges, more than anyone I'd ever met. He knew that storytelling had the impactful power of building bridges, and that's really what he wanted to do. He really walked the walk of wanting to make connections with people and had a deep curiosity that was really inspiring.
On Instagram, you posted, "I miss you already. Words fail me. Love you, Norman. Thank you for everything. I know you're already making them laugh up there. Somehow 101 years wasn't long enough." 101 years, it included culture-shifting shows like All in the Family, The Jeffersons, of course, both versions of One Day at a Time. How did Norman Lear push the country and, in turn, representation forward with his genius and allyship?
He really was not afraid to ask the questions and to say, you know, I remember he would be able to share something and about the human experience and fight and have opposing point of views and have the other people listen to one another, something that is very hard for us to do right now. We see it so voraciously right now in this country. Everyone is so like speaking in bubbles and not hearing each other. He would have characters model what it looked like to listen to one another. And that was how he really moved the needle. He really was able to access the purest form of our humanity and how really all of us care about our families and all of us want the best. And we have different ways of going towards that goal. But that through conversation and through humor, maybe we could find a way to get there.
I think he really accomplished that in so many ways. When you have Archie on All in the Family,
based on his dad, based on his father, you know,
the first interracial relationship that we saw with Tom and Helen on The Jeffersons. We could go on and on, but I'm curious if you have a personal story before we let you go, or a memory about him and your friendship with him that you could share.
I have so many. I've been racking my mind because there's so many. You know, the first episode that we did of One Day at a Time, we had the character of Penelope use one swear word. She slips, you know, as parents do sometimes. You say a bad word in front of your kids. And we thought it was really funny and a really fun way of showing what we could do on Netflix that we couldn't do on network TV. He was delighted by it because, you know, he loved to very judiciously use a swear word to get a point through. And Netflix said, hey, listen, you can do that, but we've seen all the other episodes of the show, and this is not a show where this family swears. So we worry that if you put it on air and it's the first episode and people are watching with their kids, they might say, ooh, we don't want a show where the people are swearing, so we are not going to tune in to any more episodes. And Norman was like, we got to throw down. We've got to fight for this. And he was so fiery. And I said, Norman, we don't have the luxury of having them turn it off. We have to cut it. So we ended up cutting it. And he was so lovely either way. He just had your back. And he was so down for pushing the boundary. And it was just wonderful to see. It was wonderful to see how protective he was, how he really embraced you and made you one of his own, and fought for people to have equality, for people to be seen and humanized. And it was the joy of my life, truly.
It's a joy to hear you talk about him. It gives us all a sense of just a sliver of who he was as a man. Gloria Calderon Kellett, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.